Hi everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are doing an unboxing of the Mystical Shaman's Oracle deck. And you probably have seen me with the Mystical Shaman deck before this video, and there's a reason for that. So we'll just go on and get into my little Mystical Shaman story. So I had pre-ordered this deck through Book Depository because I wanted to get the deck faster than when it was set to release by Hay House in the United States. I thought I would get it earlier by ordering it through Book Depository, and when it was all said and done, in retrospect, I probably should have just waited for the US release date. So that's what I'll say on that. Ordered it through Book Depository, got here lickety split, and when it came and it was like in this beat up box. And my gripe with Book Depository was that this was being shipped overseas, and so it came with like no bubble wrap, no protection at all on the inside. So, and I get it, you know, I could even tolerate the box on the outside being crushed the way it was, but it really annoyed me that they just didn't have any thought or care. And this is what the deck came in. This is what the deck looked like when it got to me. I kind of put it back together as I got it. So I was like, oh no. So I opened this one. Can barely get it out of the sleeve because it's so distorted. Let's see, can I even get it out? I got it in there. So then, there it is, all in its beat up glory. Here's the book. As you can see, you might not can see it. You can probably see a crease there. There's a crease. You could probably see it. Just checking. Oh, crease on the spine. You probably can't see that. The book itself, intact though. And then this is what the inside of the box looked like. And so I didn't even really want to get into enjoying this box, you know, like all the other folks who got their deck was able to enjoy it. So before there was time, before there was language, there were the sacred symbols. So what I ended up doing, and look at this gorgeous, gorgeous ribbon. This is like my favorite color of all time. It's this color here. Love it. I was like, wow, I don't even know what to do. Like, I've never ever had an unpleasant deck shipment experience in all my deck orderings, which is a blessing. I'll take that. You know, I'm not gonna be all like, oh gosh, you know, like I'm lucky in that way. So this happening, I mean, there could have been worse things. Then I got to this part. So here's the box that holds the deck. Again, what's cool about it is it comes with this handy ribbon you can pop out. And so the cards were intact. So I began to use these cards. And now, well, more on my quandary in a moment. But anyways, beautiful card backs. Cards intact. I had no problems with the cards once I got to it. So what I will say is, because of Hay House's extensive packaging, the deck itself was in great condition. The book took a hit, but at least the pages aren't falling out at this point. Matte cardstock, as you all probably are aware. It's good standard Hay House cardstock. Hay House standard size deck. Here's the Hunter. So I began to use this deck, but I was like, man, this sucks. Like, I collect decks, and I don't know. I never had a deck come in such a beat up shape. So, magic. And people were kind and generous and made offers to send me a deck. And I'm like, no, let me contact Book Depository and see what they would do. So I contacted Book Depository via email. They were very prompt, very nice. But then they offered me, and I think it was like, I don't know, it was like maybe 20% of what I paid. I don't know, it was some low percentage. I don't even think it was 20%. I want to say it was 6%. It was something low. I couldn't even wrap my mind around it. And I was like, look, I don't even want my money back. I want my deck intact. I actually just want the box and the books. Is that possible? And they said, well, can we just send you a new deck? Will that be okay? And I said, well, yeah, that would be awesome. That would be great. I want that because I want the deck. I just want it in an intact box. So they said, no problem. So they sent me a deck. So that's what we're unboxing today. I have already started using this deck, and that's why I'm in a quandary. Look at these rich colors, guys. Look at that. It's just so gorgeous with the colors and the design. I knew I was going to love this deck, and I do. Here's the Time Master. So my quandary was, do I continue to still use this deck and then just save the other one for safekeeping? Do I use one for myself, one for my clients? I don't know. I didn't know what to do. And then I was like, well, we'll see. When I open it up out of here, first I want to check and see the condition of this deck. And see if they took my advice. And then I'll make a decision on what I'm called to do. But then that's my question for you. So when these little mishaps happen, or when you're blessed with an extra deck or two, what do you do? Do you just save it? I mean, I have one other deck that I kept as an extra because I was like, oh, I'm afraid they're going to run out of their first editions. So I bought an extra one when like a crazy person, I don't do those kind of things. I try not to do those things anymore. So this would be the second time that I have a situation where I have an extra, no, third time. But more on that one in another video. So anyways, Earth. Gorgeous artwork by Jena Dellagrottaglia. And the deck and book is created by Alberto Villoldo, Colette Baron-Reid, and Marcela Lobo. So I was so excited about this deck because I felt like the artist was able to shine more in this deck than in the previous deck that had come out. Here is the Ghost Dance. A corn. Love the corn. But abundance. Eagle. Sorry, guys. My little Amazon music is loud. Okay, the Sweat Lodge. The rainbow. So I will be using these cards, and I have been. I actually have a reading that's on my Etsy shop and in my website with this deck in particular, and it's been powerful readings for myself and for the readings I've started to do for others with it. The owl. And I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to intuitively use it, but I have been able to. But I still enjoy, for myself, especially pulling out the book and reading it, and reading the guide or the messages. I was worried about the fact that there's 3 authors co-writing this book. I was afraid that the messages would get muddled, but to my surprise, I did like the book's content. And the reverse meanings, or I think they call it the medicine. I like that too. The medicine. Even that was like, okay, once you understood that that's the reversal, then it all made sense. And I was able to say, okay, this is what the guidebook is saying, but this is what my intuition is saying, and really not feeling bad about it, because the artist did an excellent job of evoking a lot of mood and imagery in this deck. I believe the last deck that I got from Colette Baron-Reid was the Postcards from Spirit, which I still have. I don't usually trade my decks. I just kind of get them and hold on to them. But that may change. But the Postcards from Spirit, I do enjoy, and I do pull it out because sometimes I imagine that it's my grandmother's speaking to me through these cards. So every now and then when I feel like I need a hug, I pull out the Postcards from Spirit. But what disappointed me about that deck was that the artist's artwork was like, it didn't shine like I thought it could shine or hoped it would shine. And that could be just all a part of the creative process. And I'm okay with that. But I was a little disappointed with it, because one of the draws for me for a deck is the artwork. And so when I saw people in their decks with this one, the Mystical Shaman, I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I hoped for the artist. Thunder. And she's just so gracious and beautiful. Jena is so amazing. Thunder, thunder, thunder is so beautiful. You should check out her Instagram. Like, it's just eye candy for sure. And Colette, some people rag on Colette. Maybe because they feel like, oh, maybe she's becoming the next Doreen Virtue, which I don't think that's the case. I'm not mad about anyone's success, by the way. I am very happy for Colette. And I'm happy that she likes to put out a lot of decks. Now, can I keep up with the pace of collecting all of her decks? No. Am I drawn to all of her decks? No. Am I going to start being more discerning about the decks as she starts to come out with them? Yes. She has an animal one, I think, that's coming out in the fall. I'm not really a big on all animal decks. Like, I like when there's some animals represented in a deck. I don't like all animal decks, or really all human decks. But I'd rather an all human deck over an all animal deck. But I'm more partial to humans. That's just me. Fire. Here's some elemental stuff going on in the card. So I'm kind of talking and rambling with you guys about my experience with this deck. And so part of me wants to use this deck and keep using it because we have a history. We have a little history. And I don't want to like get rid of it just because it had a bumpy ride. It's like trying to get rid of a baby after you had a very difficult childbirth to bring it to you. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to throw the baby away. The serpent. This is the same thing with the deck. Oh, okay. This is one of my favorites. The spiral. Love that card. Okay, so enough with those for now. We may go back to those in a moment. We'll see how I'm feeling. It's getting late. I gotta put the little girl to bed. I was supposed to put on my earrings for you. Didn't happen. Forgot. I'm sure you guys will be all right without me wearing my earrings. All right, so let's see. I'm dying to see the condition of this one. So I already started to open it. I would have already had it open for you guys, but I kind of want to have like a reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like, is this going to be like a moment of like, yay? Or is it going to be like, oh no, I got to call them again. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, they did not take my advice, but it looks like it is intact. I love how Book Depository always sends a cool little bookmark. Love bookmarks. And look, it's intact. Now, they did not put in an extra protective padding, but I think what happened in my case with the other deck is somewhere along the line, it may have gotten maybe snow or it may have gotten wet with the weather. And so it made it more susceptible to getting all banged up. So for that, I'm thankful to the universe. Thank you. Because now I have a box that seems pretty much intact. It's a little concave here, but a far cry better. And already I'm kind of feeling a certain kind of way about keeping it like in its collector's way. Maybe I might just keep it like this for now. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think I should do. I'm just curious. I'm just wondering what you guys do with your extra decks of the same. It's just interesting. So yeah, here's a couple more cards here. You have the rattle. Oh, I love this deck so much. It's so much fun to shuffle the council. It shuffles like a dream. This is one of their Hay House's more high-end decks, Oracle decks. And I didn't mind paying the extra Pachamama. I didn't mind. Oh, the Gatherer. Oh, here's Upper World. Wild Woman. Tree of Life. Taming the Wind. Oh my gosh. Look at the Tree of Life for a moment. Let's just take that in though. Let's just take that in a little bit longer. That color and trying to get so it'll focus. It's not focusing like I want it to. There we go. Oh my gosh, just magical. Middle World. The Giveaway. Beloved. The Beloved. Yep, the Beloved. The Sorcerer. The Child. The Blade. The Sacrifice. Vision Quest. The Vision Quest. Then we have Wind. So funny how the music will cut all the way up. Stand Still. The Witness. The Smoky Mirror. Let's see if I can shuffle it for you, and then I'll read one of the cards' messages so you can kind of get a feel of the flow of the book. The Sun. The Drum. And Many Paths. This deck plays really nicely with my Vision Quest Tarot, as well as my Shamanic Medicine Oracle. I'm a card slinger, so I like to have different decks, and I'm always called to different decks for different clients for different questions. So I will sometimes use this deck with the Vision Quest and maybe a Native Spirit deck by Hay House, or maybe I might use Earth Magic by Hay House, or I might use Blue Angel Shamanic Medicine for my oracle. So it just all depends, but they all play really nicely together. And this one, not only does this one plays nicely together, but this one can be a standalone oracle reading as well. I apologize, my very frisky puppy Bishop is running around and playing. The ancient ones. Soul retrieval. Tell him to stay. Okay. Hi, Dante. The staff. Oh, I'm doing a video, sorry. Medicine wheel. Oh. Bishop. Whew. Seer. Completion. The coyote. The Andean cross. The Rainmaker. The curse. Love that one. The moon. Look at that. Lunar cycles. The lower world. Gorgeous. The hummingbird. So it's very much a mystical feeling to it that it has. As you know, it's like not all like totally, it is Native American inspired, but it definitely lends itself to a more ethereal, mystical approach, which I appreciate. Luminous warrior. The heart of sky. Bishop. Beauty way. Flow. The mystical shaman. The journey. Dante. Dante. Oh my gosh. The arrow. The crow. Lightning. The circle. The holy mountain. Gorgeous. And the last one, water. Now he's playing with the bottle cap. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to turn the camera over so I can show you how it shuffles, and then I'm going to do a quick pull, and we'll read from the guidebook, and I'll close out from there. But I wanted to show you guys before the video is up how well it shuffles. This is such an amazing deck. Very happy I got it. So let's now change the position of the camera. Okay, so let's just take a look-see here at how well they shuffle. Okay. And then here's the card backs. So as you can see, they're just so much fun to shuffle and work with, and I don't know, it just has a beautiful energy to them as well. Okay, so let's look up the Sweat Lodge's meaning. Okay. It is number 54, and here's the book. Full page representation of the card. The cards are numbered, so that makes it easy to find it in the book. Here's the essence of the Sweat Lodge card. The Sweat Lodge represents the wound of Mother Earth. Volcanic stones are heated in a fire outside, then brought into the lodge and placed in a shallow hole in the center. Participants sit in complete darkness around the red-hot stones to sweat away old habits and beliefs and heal disease. When you return humbly to the wound of the mother, you are offered second chances. The invitation. This is a time to journey inward into the dark and hidden places of your soul to reconnect with the ancient earth wisdom. You can also create a sacred and intimate space in the dark by lighting a candle. Observe what emerges and, without judging it, invite it to bring you its gifts. You are being offered an opportunity to shed and heal from the aspects of your life you have outgrown. Do not worry that you will be consumed by the process. And if this card had come in reverse, then you would read the medicine section, which says, life is offering you a second chance. Take it. Since this chance may not come your way again for a while, Mother Earth is calling you into her womb and inviting you to incubate as long as needed for a spiritual rebirth. Gift yourself time to be with your darkness, your fears, your pain, your seeds of beautiful potential until you come out on the other side, free, wise, and full of creativity. And I would even venture to say with this card that this really should have been the invitation, in my opinion. If you've ever done I did one Sweat Lodge experience, and you really are like, it's a carnal experience where you're very much reminded of your human self, how vulnerable you are. But that is a beautiful place to be in, to reveal and to release and to let go and to heal, as this card mentions, or as this meaning mentions. So I don't know. I was able to get my own intuitive hits off of it without the guidebook. So that's one example. Let's take one more look at another card, just as another example for the guidebook. When I'm doing readings for others, I don't really have the time or luxury to go to the guidebook. So we have two birds here, the hummingbird, and then we have the eagle. We'll take a look at those two before we wrap up this video. We have 26. Okay. I like the size of the book. Not as practical as the other Hay House decks are, with the book going inside the deck, but that's okay. I don't mind. I have enough space on my bookshelf for this little book. Okay, the essence of the hummingbird card. Despite being so little, hummingbirds are great journeyers, migrating between North and Central or South America to feed from the summer nectar. This gentle creature can be fiercely territorial to protect its home. Hummingbird teaches us to be gentle to ourselves and protect our personal space. Hummingbirds invite you to embark on your epic quest. Bypass the dung pile of old pain and hurts. Head for the flowers and learn to trust the calling you hear ever so softly. The invitation. The buzzing you feel is the sound of your hummingbird wings preparing you to say yes to a new adventure. This is not the time to linger on what has gone wrong, but to trust in the rightness of the moment and take bold action. Trust that success is assured, even if you must face tests and challenges to reach your destination. Know that all is well, know that all will be well, because the all is in the small. And in reverse, the medicine. This mighty being comes to teach you stillness and motion and to trust your inner knowing that the sweetest nectar is assured. Failing to act when the moment is right can spoil your journey. If you feel your safety, comfort, or day-to-day survival are more important than saying yes to the invitation to explore the unknown, you will have to work much harder to achieve what is being offered to you freely now. Still your mind, even in the midst of your very hectic schedule, and heed the gentle voice that calls you to test new things. So this is a call to be open to change, because if you don't, the universe will, it wants to get you to where you are desiring to be, but it may not be the smoother path that you're being offered now, because you are failing to see the gift that's being offered now. If that's in the reverse position, of course. And then eagle. It's number 16. The essence. Eagle comes from the east, the place of the rising sun, of new beginnings. She soars high in the sky, sees the smallest detail with clarity, without losing track of the bigger picture, and nests in the high mountains. For Eagle, there are no obstacles, only opportunities. She calls you to ascend, to acquire perspective, so you can fly wing to wing with great spirit. The invitation. Have you become trapped in your daily routine and feel you do not know where to go and what to do next? Have you lost your sense of purpose? Eagle invites you to take a deep breath and spread your wings. When was the last time you opened them? Eagle reminds you that your spirit was born to soar to the heavens. As you contemplate choices, ask yourself, do I want to live in a chicken coop, sheltered from life, counting the regular feedings, or do I want to soar like an eagle? If your answer is the latter, then you must accept Eagle's invitation and embrace the courage that will help you choose freedom. And that would coincide with these other two cards. You've built a beautiful home and nest, but sometimes we can be bound by our creature comforts to the point it hinders our progress and advancement to a more deeper and richer life. And so, the eagle is now at a higher vantage point. And so the invitation is to, learn to let go of some of those creature comforts, let go of the lesser for the greater. And you're, releasing and analyzing what is the lesser for the greater with the sweat lodge. It's interesting. The medicine. It is time to see through the eyes of eagle. Did I read the invitation? Oh, yeah, I did. Sorry, guys. The medicine. It is time to see through the eyes of eagle. Let your vision of the whole and of its parts become laser-like, and you set your priorities straight. What did you come to do in this life? Did you come to climb up the ladder of financial or social success? Did you come to become a better person, to heal your heart, and to realize your essential self? What is your divine mission here on earth? No more excuses. Of course, you do not have time, enough money, or enough sleep. Yet the time is now to fly to your chosen purpose. If you postpone it, you are betraying yourself. Look through the eyes of eagle and consider every obstacle as opportunity. Where you set your intention is where you'll end up. Free yourself and live your highest destiny. fly. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Wow. I'm really digging it. And I now feel really good about just keeping this in its package for now. Who knows where this will land. I don't know. But I'm very grateful for Book Depository sending me a new one. Thank you. And thank you all so much for watching my video, all my videos. I really appreciate all the love and support. So much fun to be in this community with all of you. So thank you. And much love, many blessings, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.